Hey Purple Team, this is going to be the first of the mini VoD reviews that I'm going to post for you guys in my absence. Right now we're going to focus on the dive composition that we had on Busan, the first and second points we played on Busan. So let's get right into it. Let's make it full speed. So we have mirrored dive compositions here. The main difference is the DPS and the fact that they're running a Moira instead of an Ana. So in a position here, let's just watch how this fight plays out. Really, really quick pick on the Doomfist. Aroma is focused down. Right now you are even. Will is taken out. On point. Blue moves to point, and red starts to back off. Try to go in a little bit, and don't. You get Lucio gets taken down, and then it's from here. It's mostly just getting out, dying. So, all right, what went wrong there? What went wrong in that first fight? Well, let's take it back to about here-ish, and I'm gonna play this in half speed so we can kind of see what's happening. We're coming in here. They're coming in here. Now, the first thing that's going to happen is their Doomfist is just going to make a massive error. He's going to use his punch to just kind of go onto the front line and then not immediately back out or anything. He punches into there, and you guys focus him down really fast. Boom. Okay. So right here, the fight should be won. This is, neutral fight, very first fight of the map. No one has any ults. You can guarantee that. You might not know their team composition that well yet. You might need a couple seconds before the hero profiles come online. You might not know if they have a Reaper, which would really be your only way of the only thing that should be keeping you a little bit cautious here. But they don't. They have a soldier, and you can he's being visible. He's not being flanky or anything. So right now you've taken out a Doomfist who can one shot about half your team. Actually, 4/6 of your team. So you've got a huge position. You've got a huge advantage. So what goes wrong here is, I think, on Aroma. Let's watch this in first-person perspective. Right now, you don't have Bubble, but you have a 5v6 and you have Leap. Right now, if Aroma decides to jump in, let's see. He can jump in, and just with his body, just with Winston's big bulk, he can cut off the soldier from the rest of his team, and he can just jump onto the healers, and the entire team needs to try to follow with him. Seaweed has Matrix. Heesun can help Aroma survive in the backline, and if you get aggressive, if you go onto their healers, now that their DPS is worn out, you've got 2 DPS of yourself. You can force the dive onto them, and even if you take a trade or two, you are already in a better position, because if you're going to expend resources here, they're going to have to expend resources in return, and you're going to come out on that because you already have the pick off. Unfortunately, what happens here is... Thanks. Aroma just kind of stands around here and tries to main tank like he's playing Reinhardt. And with this composition, that's exactly what you're not want to do. You guys are playing this like dive. Let me get out of first person here. Apparently I can't. Get out of... Okay, there we go. Right now, you guys played that like dive, and without getting aggressive, without using the strength of this composition, the strength of the dive composition is that it wants to use its mobility to engage onto the enemy, and you can quite literally just leap over their tanks and onto their healers. Or, you could leap onto their soldier, which is, either one of those, getting into their backline and forcing and causing chaos is really good here. Their tanks are going to be split. Do they keep going forward? If they go forward and go onto your healers, your tanks are going to cause a massive disruption, and you've got 2 healers and 2 DPS to wear them down. And if they come back for your tanks, then your entire team is just funneling onto here. So as soon as you get that pick, you should be funneling into this area where they're set up, taking that space, using your mobility to your advantage, and clean up from there. So that's the first bite that we're gonna do. So that's a little bit of a micro play that you can work on, I guess. But yeah, just in general, you guys are right now playing this composition like a dive composition, or like a rush composition, or actually really more like a death ball, like a really static death ball. So getting dynamic, once you have a clear advantage like that early pick off under their Doomfist, just diving into them, causing chaos in the backline, using your mobility, stretching them out, not just letting them sit here and try to keep getting value, is going to be one of the keys to success in this kind of composition.